Remember the video I made about 2 years ago with the title, I don't care how I look? I do think we need to talk about that topic again. So in that video, I mainly mentioned that I think it's so much more important to feel good, but do not care so much about how to look good for other people. Like not caring so much about being trendy, about looking a certain way because other people like it, or avoiding to look a certain way because society deems it not being good. And I do still think that every person is allowed to have the haircut they want to have, to wear jewelry or not wear jewelry, to wear makeup or not wear makeup, to dress however they want. And I still think it's absolutely not our job to make other people think that we are beautiful and to look a certain way for other people. So after filming this portion of the video, I will go and get a haircut and come back to you. And I thought that's the perfect opportunity to talk once again about beauty standards and beauty in general. And so I wrote down during the past few weeks a few points I want to talk about. So let's dive into it. I think most of us like beauty. Most of us enjoy looking at things that make us feel good. And so I think it's absolutely understandable that being in a body like we all are in this life, we kind of want to enjoy it and we want to be beautiful as well. And I think there's nothing wrong with dressing and presenting ourselves the way we like it, the way we feel beautiful and good. But I think it can be a problem if we focus too much on looking beautiful for other people, especially if that's not like the same as looking beautiful for ourselves. So I do not enjoy wearing makeup. And as long as I don't want to see myself wearing makeup in the mirror, I'm not going to do it for other people, because that would just add more tasks to my day. It would add more products to my life. It would be more expensive. It would cost a lot of time and it would be less comfortable because I cannot touch my face and my eyes all out during the day if I like. There is another thing I forgot to mention that I still think is really, really important. So apart from the whole looking beautiful for yourself instead of for other people, I also think it's just very normal and a good idea to not focus on beauty all the time in general. So while I would look more beautiful if I chose to wear makeup, I don't want to be beautiful all the time. I don't care about how I look for a big portion of my day. And I think that is just also an aspect that sometimes gets forgotten, as we are told or feel like we need to look a certain way all the time for other people, to look at us for other people, to be pleased about our looks. And I think it's absolutely normal to focus on other things, because there's so many other things in life that are important than just how we look. So talking about my haircut I'm gonna get later, I do want to cut my hair to look more beautiful. I do want to cut my hair to make it a bit easier for me, because that's just a grown out hairstyle, and to have a bit less hair so it might dry more quickly again. So I'm gonna go to a professional, of course, and she will cut my hair kind of the way I advise her to cut it. But we all know these stories of people going to get their hair cut and then walking out with a completely different hairstyle than they imagined. And yes, professionals, they kind of know what they're doing. So if I'm imagining a hairstyle that my hair is just not able to do, then obviously I should not get the haircut I want if that's not possible, or if it would mean a lot of maintenance that I maybe do not want to put into my hair. But on the other hand, there we are at beauty again. So maybe I like myself in a certain way, but the hairdresser does have a different opinion about what suits me. Which brings me to the point of like feeling good. If I get a haircut that I don't like, I'm not gonna feel good, because it feels like something was done to me that I did not do out of like free will. And it's very visible to other people and to me. And I think here's also a big part of like beauty, because as long as I do things out of my free will, as I decide the things that as long as I'm happy with it, it's easier to be this person that maybe also some people do not like, because as long as I like it, I think that's the most important thing. On the other hand, if we do everything to be liked by society, then maybe that makes our life easy as well, but it can also make us really, really unhappy when we're not staying true to ourselves. So let's see if I'm gonna be able to get a haircut that fits my style and what I want to see on myself so that I feel more beautiful, or if I end up with something, this hair professional thinks looks beautiful, but I don't like. I'm a bit afraid, but also in worst case, I can shave off my hair. Let's see. I'm gonna come back once some of my hair is cut off. And I am back. I do have to say, looking at it like this, it's a bit underwhelming. And I'm not sure if I think it looks better than before. But like this, I already like it a bit better. I don't know. But there's one more thing I wanted to talk about. Like, on one hand, what do you think? It's like a very, very basic haircut, and I realized that it was actually pretty exciting to like grow out my hair and see it changing over the months. And now this haircut is just gonna get longer. It's not really gonna change at all. And I could not go to a hairdresser for 5 years and it would never look like really a grown out haircut. I'm not sure, maybe I'm made for like short hair and this transition phase that so many people hate. As I did say before, it's like kind of subjective what you like, and maybe on myself, I think this kind of makes the widest part of my face even wider. So I'm not sure if I'm completely happy and if I wouldn't want it to be a bit shorter, I don't know. And I do also want to say, of course, maybe that's something that you have been waiting for, like me saying, that beauty is of course very subjective. And I kind of said before that I do strongly believe that we should live according to our own beauty preferences. But I think there's kind of a problem with that because, yes, to a certain extent, of course, beauty is subjective and I might like something else than the person cutting my hair. But I think we cannot overlook that there are beauty standards and there are things that are deemed beautiful in society. I did touch on that a little bit in the beginning, but I do just want to say that I think this is just so important. Also, when we talk about privilege and then me saying like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be pretty and I don't know, this is definitely a haircut that is okay for women to have, and looking like this, I should not face any discrimination in society. And if I choose to look like that and I think that looks good on myself, then I'm very lucky, because I think there are so many people that if they would stay true to themselves and express themselves the way they actually want to, it's not okay for society, or that we desire to look a certain way, not because it's actually what we want, but it's because we're socialized that way and because we are taught that being skinny is beautiful, that, I don't know, fair skin is beautiful, that women cannot be too tall, men cannot be too short, and all these things. And I think it's just really, really hard to get rid of that in society, but also in our own minds. Studies have also found that if you are more beautiful, then you're treated better in society. You maybe get more jobs, people listen to you for a longer time, you get paid better, and you just have an overall easier life. But the stupid thing about that is that, again, it's not about the subjective beauty, or maybe a little bit, but more so about the societal understanding of beauty, where again these beauty standards kick in. So I don't know, I think it's horrible. And right now I do fit beauty standards, I think, but I might shave off my hair again, not to, you know, make people upset, but because I like doing it. And I just really, really hope that in the future we can reach a certain point in society where everybody can be themselves, and where these beauty standards don't influence people so much for them to get expensive procedures, be treated badly, or feeling the need to get plastic surgery in more severe cases. So I do actually think we should get rid of beauty standards altogether. I do want beauty to be just a subjective thing, but we have a really, really far way to go. And this is of course coming from me from a privileged position, so I do not know how it is living in a body that is constantly deemed not beautiful, wrong, and just not right and enough in society. And the only experience I have of not looking the way people expect me to look is having really short hair when I had a buzz cut for half a year. And I might go there, but it's so easy for me if that's the only one and if that's something I can easily choose to do and it's not something that is done to me or that I'm born with and can't really change. I think there's so much more to say about that topic, but right now I can't think of anything else. So do let me know, please, in the comments if you have any more things to say about beauty standards and how we can create a world where beauty can be subjective and we all can be ourselves and be treated well for that in society. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found a certain amount of value in this video. I do want to link you the video I was talking about before here. The one where I say that I don't care how I look. I think it's interesting. I'm not sure if I would say everything the same way today. And of course, I also do want to say thank you so much to my patrons, to everyone supporting me with super thanks, and to all of you who have been watching this video until the end. Thank you. Goodbye.